So I thought I'd do a quick video to talk about the application process. So actually first the preparation of the nail. So that's the most important part to really get a good application and to have it last as long as possible is to have a really good preparation of your nail. So I'm going to just do one hand. You can see right now my nails are naked. Nothing on them or anything like that. So I'm going to start with the preparation so you can kind of see what that's like, and then I'll do it. So to keep this video kind of short, I'll do another one just with the application itself. So what I like to start off with as far as the application and the tools that you'll need, you're going to need a cuticle pusher of some sort. So you can use if you have a purple pusher like this, or anything similar to this. I also actually use, grab it out of here, a spoon pusher. So something like this. You can see it's got like a curved piece there on the end, so it's almost like a spoon. So when you use it, it goes like this. So it kind of fits over your nail, and you do it like this. Okay, and then that's going to push your nails back pretty well. And then it's got a smaller side that you can use, which will be for like the little pieces on the sides here that get stuck in there real good. That's what this piece is for. So removing all of the cuticle from your nail is like the best thing that you can do with your application to really make sure that the surface of your nail is going to be, you know, as good as possible to be able to accept the nail wrap. So that's really the main thing that you need for the actual cuticle part of the preparation. I also use this is Cuticle Away Cuticle Remover. You can see this is actually something I got on Amazon. So you can get it pretty much anywhere. Amazon, it's not a Jamberry product, but it's what I use because I think it's really the best way to remove the cuticle from the nail, at least for me. Jamberry has cuticle remover pens. So it's basically just a little pen, and it's like a brush on it, and you kind of brush it on over the cuticle, and then let it sit for, a few seconds, a minute or so, and then you would come back with either your pusher or your spoon pusher, and then you just kind of lightly scrape along the surface of the nail, just like this. And you really want to, push those back because you want as much surface of your nail as possible to be able to accept the wrap. So I'm going to move the camera down so you'll see just my hands and, doing the preparation on this so you can kind of see what it looks like. So once I'm done with pushing back the cuticle, then the next step would be cleansing your hands. So you're cleansing your nails. So the second step after the removal of the cuticles, what I do is wash my hands with Dawn dish soap or some kind of degreasing dish soap. And you wash the individual nail itself, each individual nail, wash it real good because that's going to be another way you can really remove oils. I have oily nail beds, so that's just really an extra step I need to do. Not everybody needs to do it, but I find it just really helps with the application and make it last a lot longer. So once you're done with that, then the third step that I do is I'll use an alcohol wipe or some kind of rubbing alcohol or the cleanser, which we have. So you can either use, something as simple as just a little alcohol wipe. You can kind of see that there, or the Jamberry nail prep wipe. Or we actually sell the cleanser in a bottle as well. So you can get this cleanser, which is the same thing as the prep wipe, just in a bottle. So you can get both, either of those. But you do that. So your first step is the cuticle, your second step is the cleansing, your third step is the alcohol wipe or the cleanser. So either way, you can do that. And then the last thing that I do is the fourth step that I have. Now, not everybody needs to do this. Again, it's because I have oily nail beds, but I use Orly, and it is called Bonder or Nail Bonder. Again, this is not a Janbury product, but it is something that I use because it's basically like a rubberized base coat. It's really going to help that wrap stick to your nail real well. So I'm not endorsing it, I'm not doing any of that stuff, I'm just saying that this is what I use and it really helps me. It's not required for you, of course necessarily, but it is something that I find very helpful. So let me just do a couple of nails and show you what the cuticle part of it was going to look like when you're doing that, and then I'll follow up with the cleansing after I've washed my nail. And then the next video will be the actual application. Okay? So, let me move this down here so you can see that pretty well. Alright, so I have my tools here. I have my cuticle pusher and my spoon pusher. And then I've got my my cuticle away cuticle remover. And then I have just a little cotton swab pad thing just to kind of wipe any residue off of there. So what you do is you take this and you just kind of put it lightly across the base of the cuticle just like this. So you can see on there it's got, I don't know how well you can see that. It's got that on there. You just let it sit for a couple seconds, maybe 30 seconds to a minute. This really softens the cuticle. It makes it a lot easier to remove. So what you're going to want to do is you take the round edge of the pusher and you're going to kind of wipe it across this and pull it over your nail, because we actually have invisible cuticles that we, obviously we can't see but are still on the nail that can impact the actual application. And then you just kind of go like this, just real gentle, doesn't have to be too hard, and it's just, see how it's, you can see how it's coming off of there on the tip. I don't know if you can see it real well, but it's coming off. You just wipe it off on your little pad just like that, and you just kind of keep going, and you get all the way around and all the crevices, all the corners, and you just really push those cuticles back. Again, so you don't have too much of it on your nail. And you can follow up with like the cuticle nipper tools if this doesn't come off very well for you, but I find this works really well. It just practically dissolves it. So you just go like this and keep doing it, and then see how there's some longer pieces on here, and just push it back. And then I use the little side to get in these little corners right in here, and then go back to this, and then I've got as clean of a surface as I'm gonna get. Sometimes I'll go like this to kind of help really get all that off of there. I'll use it like a scooper. Okay, and that's it. That's all you have to do for the cuticle part of the application. I should mention too, maybe before you start the cuticle, shape your nails the way that you want them, filing, clipping, whatever, and then start this actual application cleansing process, because that's gonna give you, I think, the best chance to remove any of the residue that comes from filing your nails and whatnot. Just make sure you're really getting all of that off of there before you apply your nail wraps. So just kind of do a couple of these so you can see what they look like, just like that. See how I get a good real good piece off of there, right there. This. And I use it as a scooper. Just kind of get this off of here. Okay. And then the corners, edges of the nail, just like that. And you don't want to do it too hard, because then you're gonna, you could potentially damage the nail, but for the most part, it's pretty, you just be pretty gentle and you should be fine. Like that. Make sure you're getting in the corners, because this is where, when you see it, the wrap is going to help kind of disguise some of this, but when you're looking at it, you want it to be pretty and look nice and everything. So putting in these extra steps, these extra few minutes at the beginning, really will help make it look beautiful, help it make it look really nice, for a lot longer, for as long as possible. So just keep doing like this. Same thing, get in the little sides right in here. That. Okay. So, you can see those there. Got those cleaned off pretty well, have them shaped how I want. So now I'm going to go with my prep wipe. And let's pretend that I've cleansed them, I've washed them with the dish soap. So this is now my cleansing step. I love how these smell. They're not like real strong like fingernail polish remover or anything. They're just kind of a nice, almost moisturizing. So you wipe it real good, get all the sides, just like this. You want to get in the little crevices, and I just really try and cleanse it real well. You can use one little towelette like this for both hands. And just kind of spend a few seconds on each one. And again, any time that you're spending on this now is going to make it look a million times better and last longer, when you're, getting to the final step there. So, do like that. And then I'll just do this one. I haven't pushed the cuticle back on here, but just to show you. And then this one. So I have removed my cuticle as part of the first step of the preparation, and now I've cleansed them. I would have started with shaping, then doing the cuticle, then cleansing, and then if you want to, before you apply the alcohol or the cleanser step, you can I lost my train of thought, sorry. If you want to, before you get to the cleansing step, you can, well, I forget what I was going to say, sorry. So anyway, that's what it would look like. Oh, you can buff them, that's what it was going to be. So you can use a buffer block and just remove a little bit of that shine. Okay, so that's all you have to do. Just, again, a couple extra steps, but it really makes it look nice, really helps a lot. So, we'll come back up here. So I'll show you again, just so you can kind of see real close up. That is a prepped nail, ready to go. Sometimes I like to remove, like you can see a little bit of the skin right here. I'll use the nippers to just kind of take that off of there. You don't want to do too much, because I found out that I was kind of over prepping, if you will, or over, doing too much with my cuticles, and then they would always be kind of jaggy and messed up, and they look terrible. But since I started using Jamberry and figured out about how to properly prep the nail, then I haven't had that problem anymore. Just gonna use that nipper a little bit there and then get it cleaned up. Like this. getting to be colder weather in winter, so I have a feeling my nails or cuticles are going to get really dry. So I'll be using the cuticle oil. Recommended to use it every day. I might use it every other day just because I already kind of have naturally oily nails, and that helps with keeping my cuticles the way that they're supposed to be, but they can get a little dry, so just kind of excuse me. I just kind of go like this and get all that extra skin off of there because I don't like it. It doesn't need to be there. Like this. Alright. Okay, so now I've got them much better. So now my nail is prepped and all ready to go. I'm gonna do the other hand now. Finish this up, and then I'll come back with another video to show you the application of the nail wraps. Just a little preview. I'm going to use the ones from Style Box from November that I got that are super gorgeous. So I'll see you later.